welcome back to another edition of yoga. My name is Shannon. We are going to be doing some shoulder openers today, so we are going to be holding the stretches yin style for a bit longer. Sometimes we hold the stretches for 5 breaths, sometimes only 2 breaths. With our yin stretches, they're traditionally held 2 to 5 minutes. We're probably not going to go quite that long today, but we are going to hold a little bit longer. So if at any point it's too long of a hold for you, your body says, no, it's too much, then don't force your body into it. It always knows best, okay? So we're going to start standing up, and we're going to be doing a wall dog. So that is our down dog up against the wall. So just find a wall space that you can use. If you need to take something off the wall, you can take it off the wall. And we're just going to bring our hands about shoulder width apart and start to walk our feet back until we're feeling some length. I feel some tensional pull with my tailbone pulling away from my wrist. Now I feel like it would be nice for me to drop in a little bit lower. So I'm going to come up and walk my hands down a little bit lower. You might want to go lower or higher once you get into it and see how that feels. Breathe in, find length from your wrist to your hips. Breathe out, let your head become heavy. If it's too much pressure, you're welcome to inhale and come up, and exhale and push back. And inhale and come up, and exhale and push back. So just kind of work through the spine, roll and wiggle and move. Again, if that's too much, don't do it. Do what you can. One more slow, deep breath here. And if you're able, we're going to start to bend one knee and push into the opposite hip and heel, and then gently switch. So just explore right hip and left hip as you bend and extend. And if the wall is too much pressure, you're always welcome to use a chair instead. Breathe in, breathe out, start to pull your hip back away from your wrist and get some length from your wrist to your shoulder, from your shoulder through your low back to your hip. One more time to each side if that's okay. And another choice is to keep your ears in line with your arms if you just feel like your head hanging is not working for you, your neck or low back doesn't like that. Start to push into the wall. Walk yourself back up and in. Breathe out especially. And we're going to turn around for a moment and just rest against the wall. If you need to sit in a chair, do. Sometimes we can get a little dizzy or lightheaded, especially if we're letting the head hang down in that wall dog. Breathe out. Tuck your tailbone under a little bit. Bend your knees, lengthen out your low back. Softly push into the wall. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Now, if you can, we're going to take one arm straight overhead. Doesn't matter which one. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, I want to see if I can keep my shoulder touching the wall as I side stretch over. We have a tendency here to lift our shoulder and arm up and roll forward. So as much as I can, I want to keep my thumb, maybe the whole back of my hand, thumb and pinky against the wall, the back of my head against the wall, maybe my elbow touching if I can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go where it's safe for you to hold and sustain. And breathe. If you've gone too far, feel free to back out a little bit. Use your breath. Soften. Take another deep breath or two, and then start to push through the opposite foot. So this is my right hand. I'm going to push through my left foot to help me come up and out. Release all the way down, and we're going to try the other side. So just do what you can. You may find that you can't go nearly as far as you normally do, and that's totally fine. So maybe you normally come all the way over here, but your shoulder and elbow are down. And so what we're learning today with our wall practice is our proprioception. If our body parts are actually in space where we think they are, right? So sometimes we think our body parts are here, and they're actually here. So we're using the wall as a check, like a check and balance system, to see if we're keeping our alignment. Breathing in and out. Maybe gently push through your feet, lift through the rib cage, lift through the heart. Breathe into the space that you're creating. Soften. When you're ready to come out, I'm pulling through my left hand, pushing through my right foot. So if you're on the opposite side, reverse, we're just pushing through the opposite foot than the hand that is reaching. And when you're done, if you need another minute on the wall, catch your breath, get your equilibrium, breathe. If you need to sit in a chair, do that. If you're safe to come off the wall, we're going to move shoulders. You could do this seated in a chair. You could do this seated on the mat if you feel more comfortable on the ground. We're going to circle forward. Breathe. As you come forward, start to see how close together you can bring the elbows. If maybe you can almost stack them. And then we're going to go the other way. Don't pull so hard that you feel like you're straining something. There's no magic that happens when one elbow gets over the other. We're just getting a nice stretch for that shoulder and upper back area that gets so tight when we sleep, when we drive, when we're on the computer, when we have tension and stress and carry the weight of the world in our shoulders. Now we're going to bring fingertips to the shoulders and inhale, pull back. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. One more time, breathe in and out. And of course, don't look up if it stresses your neck and low back. Just keep your spine straight as you open up. Release all the way down. Beautiful. We're going to find our way down to the ground. So maybe you can cross one leg over the other, get on those outside edges of the foot, that pinky toe side, and sit without your hands. Maybe you need a little support getting down to the floor today. However you get there is fine. Just get there. Take a deep breath. Maybe sigh it out. Let it all go. Beautiful. So we're going to keep working on our shoulders today. We're going to do a thread the needle stretch. So if your shoulders are really tight, you're going to want to grab a pillow, a folded up quilt or blanket, or a stack of beach towels, whatever you have that you can support your head with. Maybe a little throw cushion from the couch, maybe 2 of those depending on how thick they are. But whatever you're going to support with, we're going to put it so it lines up with your shoulder and runs from the shoulder to the head. So it's supporting one side of your head. And if you can, inhale, stretch your right arm up. Exhale, come through the window and twist. Deep breath in and open up. And start to come through. Shoulder, cheek, and ear to the mat. Maybe slide your support in. And you might want to use a support here today even if you normally don't, because we're going to be holding this a little bit longer in our yin style. So we can maybe get a little bit deeper, create a little more opening. And then that's why it's nice to have the support, so we can work gently and not go too far, put too much pressure in a joint that the shoulder isn't ready for. Sorry, too much pressure in a joint that the body isn't ready for, in this case, the shoulder. Feel your body breathe in. Feel your body breathe out. Expand, soften. Imagine you could breathe into that shoulder. And then invite it to let go of all the tension, all the stress, all the worry it might be holding on to for you. let go a little bit more each time that you breathe out. Whenever you're ready, start to bring your left hand in front of your face. Push through the left hand or fist as you bring your right hand out and up. Inhale first. Exhale, come through the window and tap. Deep breath in, take it back up. Exhale back down. If you want to circle while you're up here before you come back down, that can be nice. Or even behind the back for a little twist and pull through the elbow if it's safe to reach your left hip. And when you're ready, we'll go to the other side. So block set up by where your left hand would be. Start to inhale your left hand out and up. Then exhale, come through the window and tap. Inhale out and up. And on your exhale, thread all the way through and down. Settle your head, shoulders, hips. Take a deep breath in, rock your hips gently back and to the left. Inhale, hips to the right. Exhale, softly back and to the left. One more time, breathe in and out. And then maybe start to extend that right arm out. And drop your elbow down. Drop your armpit down. Find a space that is comfortable enough for you to sustain and breathe without force or pain or strain. As always, if your body is telling you this is too much, listen, don't force. Send your breath where it's most needed. Whenever you're ready, gently, slowly find your way out. Inhale up. And you can exhale down, maybe come up and through the window again, maybe circle that top hand or wrist, maybe go both ways for your circle, maybe come behind the back and pull through your elbow and shoulder. And if you can't reach the hip, you can still do it behind the back if that works for you and your body. Maybe one more breath. And when you're ready, unwind. Beautiful. So we're going to try Anahatasana, the heart opener. Anahata is our heart chakra. So some of you might feel more comfortable with the block against your chest, running longwise from your chin towards your belly button, so that when you lay down, you've got that support, right? With the chin coming in towards the block and the forehead coming towards the floor. So some of us that's going to work for, others of us it's not going to work for. Some of us prefer to go horizontally, just below the chin. Some of us prefer the block under our forehead. So if you like a block or a pillow or a fold-up blanket or towel, find one of those positions that will work for you. If you're comfortable with just knees over the hips, heart towards the floor,
chin or forehead down, then find the variation that works for you and breathe. At any point you need to come out and do, if it's safe for you to send the breath into your shoulder socket, send it there. Inhale into where your body most needs it. Exhale and let go. At any point you need to wiggle your fingers, move your wrist, make any kind of micro mini movements or come out. Of course, listen to your body, it knows best. I stayed that long because that felt amazing for my shoulders today. Felt great in my neck, felt great in my spine. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. I feel a nice glow personally in my heart, and my upper back, and my neck, and my shoulders. That whole part of my body feels looser and more free and open and also warm without being hot. It's difficult to describe. You're going to slide hands in by the knees, take a deep breath in and press the ground away as you roll slowly and gently up to seated if that's safe. If you need to sit on a block or modify in another way, do that. Sometimes it's good to put a pillow or two, or to fold up a pillow so it's open with the two sides that are fluffy, and stick that under your bottom or in between your hips and heels. Do what works. So now we're going to try rabbit. If it's safe, we're going to hold on to the heels. If you can't reach the heels, then hold on to your calves, whatever's good. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, if you can, lead with the heart and find your way down. If you want your hands in front to support you as we come down, do that. Once you have your head down on the ground or wherever it will go, reach back if you needed to let go.
Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, chin to your chest, lift your hips up, round into rabbit, pull in the lower belly. If you're able to, we're pulling on the calves or heels. We're getting a little stretch in the arms, a length in the neck. If you have any neck or shoulder injuries, don't do anything that stresses out your neck. When you're ready, hips come back down, take a deep breath in, slowly roll up. If you get dizzy or lightheaded, go super slow.
Maybe sit out for a few breaths or a few postures whenever you need to feel safe and comfortable. And remember that every day is different. So you might come back and do it on a different day, and it might be okay that day. It might not. We just have to see what your body says yes to on any given day. Take a deep breath. Soften head to toe. Now, if you can, again, if it's safe and comfortable to bear weight on your neck, we're going to do yoga mudra, and then we're going to go on. I promise it's not going to be all with your head down and your weight on your neck. We're just going to do one more if it's safe. So hands to your heart, deep breath in, exhale, reach all the way back and around. And you could just work here on a shoulder stretch if this is better. You can be up higher if you can't sit back on your heels. If you can't reach behind your back, you can reach for your elbows. And if you can't reach your elbows, you can reach for your forearms or hands. So do whatever you can do. Breathe, open up your chest and heart. If it's safe, we're going to bow down, bring the forehead to the floor, and then see if we can lift our hips up and drop the fist behind us. Breathe deeply. Exhale and soften through your shoulders. And for those that prefer to stand, there's a standing version of Yoga Mudra as well. That's another alternative that you could try. Feel your breath flowing in. Feel your breath flowing out. Notice if you're striving, trying to reach your fist down towards the floor. See if you can relax. When we're working our yin style, we want to be really passive. We want to surrender and let go and let the posture do the work, let gravity do the work, without us trying and using our muscular engagement so much. Take another breath or two if your neck is safe. Of course, don't stay or do it if your neck is not safe. When you're ready to come out, we're going to bring forehead down first, hands to the hips and pelvis, and then down by the toes. Take a deep breath. Surrender. One more slow, deep breath. Let go. And begin finding our way onto the belly. And once you're there, tuck your toes under, walk your heels left and right down the mat to lengthen and relax your low back. Stack your hands, rest your head. Take a deep breath, maybe sigh it out. Let your head get heavy, let your shoulders get heavy, let your hips get heavy. Take another deep breath or two here, just letting your body acclimate. And when you're ready, stretch your left arm out to the side, forehead to the mat, right hand under the right shoulder, right knee bent, and with the right toes pointing up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, push up and over. And just go where it's safe. So if you're not able to bring your foot all the way down to the ground, you could set yourself up with a blanket, stack of blankets or towels or a block so your foot has somewhere to land. Breathe, and remember we're going to be staying a bit longer, so even if you don't normally stack up blankets or use a block, you might want to do that today. Now we're just waking up the shoulders, so feel free to kind of inhale and drop your knee, and exhale and drop your heel.
If you feel better with cactus arms, keeping that right elbow bent, that's another choice that might work better for some of us. So just experiment, see what your body says yes to in this moment. Breathe into any tension or stress, and on your exhale, soften and let go. Take another deep breath or two, and then gently unwind onto your belly. Stack your hands. Turn your right ear down so we're facing the left shoulder, checking in on that shoulder we just twisted into. Breathe deeply. Exhale completely. Take 1 or 2 more deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, we're going to set up for the other side. So if you know you're going to need a block or stack of blankets, try and set it up more or less where you think you'll need it to be. Lengthen from hips to head, and when you're ready, right arm extends, deep breath in, shoulder to fingertip, left hand under the left shoulder, left knee bent with your left toes pointing up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath, let it go, relax your right armpit towards the floor. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, push the ground away with your left hand, rolling onto that right cheek and ear. Maybe letting your right toes touch, maybe letting them hover. Maybe left toes or ball of the foot or heel. See what comes down. Breathe out. Soften. And you might need to kind of inhale and untwist and exhale and drop into it. If you have something under your foot that you can use for control. Or again, maybe don't stay so long if your body's not really open. You've never done this posture before, I wouldn't stay very long the first time. Try it, come out, see how your shoulders feel about it. Whatever you choose, just breathe. Take another deep breath or two, and when you're ready to come out, if you've got that support, you can gently push through your heel and ball of the foot and big toe as you unwind. Use that left hand for brakes to slow you down so you don't untwist too quickly. Maybe walk your heels down the mat. We're going to turn left ear down and check in with the right shoulder. Breathe out. Let go. After another breath or two, if you want to bring your toes up to the ceiling, bring your head down and take your slow rear windshield wiper, that's another choice. Just keep dropping your armpits towards the floor, making your head heavier, letting your breath fall out. And when you're ready, gently, slowly lengthen your legs out, let your heels fall open. Take a deep breath. Let go. Take another breath or two, and as you're ready, we're going to find our way onto the back. And whatever way works best for you, we're in kind of a quiet state, so maybe kind of tuck your toes under, scoot over to your left, and then roll across your right side. If you prefer to kind of flip head to tail, that's fine too, so that your head is down where your feet just were. Whatever you choose, we're going to pause with palms up, fingers extended, softly reaching out of your shoulders, knees bent with your inner thighs together. Take a breath or two here, just feeling your body breathing, feeling your shoulders. Bring both knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, knees to your left, head to your right. Make a little circle on the left hip. Inhale back into center. Oh, if that block is in your way, push it out of the way. Exhale, circle through the right hip. Inhale, exhale, circle through the left hip. So just make sure you're not hitting your knees on your props. We're going to do 2 more little figure 8 circles. Breathe in, breathe out. Start to get slower and slower and slower as you go. One more deep breath, feeling everything there is to feel in this hip and the low back. And when you come into center, deep breath in, hug in, squeeze, stretch out your low back. Release your feet to the mat. Stretch fingers to heels. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, open up your hands, shoulder high, palm down. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to cross over. Right elbow on the bottom, left elbow on the top, reaching for opposite shoulders. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, gently pull your elbows down towards your belly button and feet. And relax your feet open. Breathe. Start to rock your feet in and out. You can make your feet a little bit wider. Inhale, point the elbows up. Exhale, start to pull your elbows down. Inhale, point your elbows up. Exhale, pull your elbows down. One more time. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, elbows down. And we're going to hold for a breath in and out. And when you're ready, open up shoulder high. Take a deep breath in. Cross your right arm over the left. Right elbow over the left. Reach your opposite shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull down. Take a breath in and out. And then we're going to start to lift and lower. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and lower. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and lower. Maybe 1 or 2 more times. If you need to move the feet around anymore, circling the ankles or moving your toes in and out or flexing or pointing or spreading your toes apart, you can. We're going to hold this for a deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, release. Palms up. Let your whole body get super heavy, like a lead weight. If you need to roll your shoulders down your back again and lift the chin, you can. Take a deep breath into your chest and heart space, and let your shoulders melt 2 inches further into the floor. Take another deep breath into your chest. And on your exhale, drop in from your shoulders all the way to the tips of your middle fingers. Let everything go. Send breath into that place below your belly button, softly expanding lower belly to low back. Let your hips get heavier. And then take another deep breath into that place, and on your exhale, drop in from your hips to your heels. Letting your legs become lead weights that drop 2 inches further into the floor. Nothing more to do. Nothing more to be.
become progressively more still, ever more relaxed. If at any point you find that your mind has wandered, simply return your attention to the present moment, feeling your breath coming in, feeling your breath going out. Very gently begin to return your attention to the present moment. Take a deep breath. Let it all go. As you deepen your breathing, allow just the tips of your fingers and toes to begin to wiggle and move. Circle your ankles. Let your palms turn down and up. Let your head turn side to side. And when you feel ready, raise your right arm overhead, take a deep breath in, put your left foot on the mat. On your exhale, roll onto your right side. Curl up into the fetal position and just rest, feeling your body breathing. Inhale and exhale. Time is right. Eyes closed if you can. Begin to gently and slowly guide yourself up to seated. With hands together at heart center. Take a deep breath. Let it all go. Take another breath or two, finding center with your head and shoulders over your hips, relaxing your shoulder blades down your back, softening through your belly and low back. Take one more deep breath in and out. And to close our class today, I'm going to play the singing bowl. And
I'm going to invite you to follow the sound of the bowl, which is louder at first and quiet as the vibrations die down. So see how far and how long you can follow the sound. Take a deep breath. Let everything go. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to you, peace to your loved ones, and peace to our beautiful earth. Inhale your hands out and up with gratitude and grace, receiving all that there is, reaching out of your shoulders. And as you come home, ask for clarity in your mind, clarity in your speech, and clarity in your heart. This is all that we can really control. The light within me bows before the light within each one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so that you will get notified when new classes are released. And please do kindly share with your friends if you enjoyed this practice. And anytime you have neck or shoulder tension, feel free to return to this practice, and hopefully it will help alleviate some of that tension. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.